Hello everyone and welcome to Magic and Musings. My name is Candice, and if you're new to the space, welcome. And if you've been with me for a minute or you've subscribed to this channel, thank you so much for your subscription and welcome back. So today we'll do a read for the elements, either fire, water, earth or air, and the corresponding zodiac. And we'll see which one wants to be represented today, what needs to be spoken to, what needs to be reflected on, what's in the current energy. And yeah, let's get straight into it. I don't think I'm hearing like there isn't a moment to lose, so that's a bit interesting, but the energy's a bit strange, I'll say. Yeah, there's something, I'm not quite sure what this is, but it's a bit different to the reads of past. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Right, so if you want to skip ahead, that is obviously completely okay. However, given the state of what is happening in the world today, and I would describe it as an upheaval of sort, but I feel like it's necessary to some extent. This is a time for us to really ground in our energy, ground in ourselves, in presence, and to do things that can help us get into that really calm and peace state of mind. So peace is priority at this point in time, in all facets of the word. So yeah, whatever works for you to help you regulate your nervous system. We hear these things thrown around a lot, but I hope that it doesn't take away from the actual benefits of being present, of practicing spaciousness, and of just being able to calm ourselves down in situations that could potentially be volatile, or just that creates some type of response or dysregulation in our experience. So I will shut up now and let's open up the space. So if you're still with me, just finding some grounding space within your feet. So if you want to plant your feet firmly on the ground, obviously barefoot is better. Well, it isn't better, it's just a different way of doing things. But just to feel the earth beneath your feet, feeling that contact with the ground is in itself a grounding practice. And just coming to a place of calm. Taking deep breaths if required. Stilling the mind by witnessing any thoughts. And just taking note of what is happening internally. Witnessing it without necessarily fixing it. And also just witnessing the posture of the body. You don't have to fix it, but it's just a way for us to be aware of how the body presents itself when we're not aware. When the mind, I should say, is not aware. So you can bring some sound in, especially if you're feeling quite agitated for some reason. I'm not picking that up in the energy of the ones that are watching this, but this goes without saying. There is a little bit of something in the solar plexus. I'm just witnessing. So you can bring breath in and sound into that space. And I'm just witnessing the body straightening up, actually, as I'm saying this. These are processes that occur without me, quote unquote me, if you're listening to the podcast, doing anything. Just witnessing this organic straightening of the body, just and I feel what that's saying is allowing more space within the body itself, as in opening up. And this is actually a very interesting practice that that has happened to me years before I even knew what somatics was, is with the breath, just allowing the body to do its own thing. Just allowing the body to show you what it needs without any sort of prompts. Just giving it space to do whatever it wants to do. And this is a good way of tuning into the cues. So now it's settling back down, but it's sort of moving to the back. So just witnessing this. All right, so taking your time to slowly open your eyes if you do have them closed, coming into open-eyed awareness. I'm just reflecting on what elements want to be presented today. I'm hearing solar plexus, so this could be earth energy. Just based on the color, not any specific connection to earth. All right, let's I'll pull some. What do we want to do? I'll just use tarot to see what signs, what elements we're working with today. Okay, what needs to be seen? What element are we working with? Okay, we've got 6 of Swords, so that is Aquarius energy. So we'll do the air signs. So air, oh, I keep wanting to say earth. So this may be strong air-earth connection. So you might have those two in your big 3. So if you're not sure what your big 3 is, it's like refer to it, that was so American, refer to it as sun, moon, rising. And so you can find that out, what your sun, moon, rising signs are by, you can just Google it, look up how to find your birth chart or your top 3, your big 3. And what else was going to be said about that? Right, so the sign we're usually familiar with, that you hear people talking about all the time, that is our sun sign. It's not necessarily a full picture of our experience here in this existence. So yeah, if you have air and earth, this might be specific for you, particularly Aquarius, which is interesting because I'm Aquarius. And I have earth in my sign too, in my top 3. So I'm just going to write these down and make notes as I go. I'm just witnessing a little bit of a shakiness in the voice. So not quite sure what that's about. But let's focus on air energy and see what's going on. So I'll just get 6 cards from the tarot. Let's see what's going on. We've just seen the Judgment. So okie dokie. So if you're new here and you see me breathing a lot, this is just me regulating as I'm kind of aware of these energies coming in. Oh, what the? Okay, this is a bit interesting. So, very, very interesting because there are cards from another deck in here. Which never doesn't happen. Let's say happen. Doesn't happen very often. So again, this could be emergence of energies, of different energies. Just make sure there's no other. No. So emergence, emergence of energies, which is interesting, right? Because we just said that there was earth and air energy present. And I'll make a note of the solar plexus. I need to do better notes. Haven't been doing really good notes of late. And that voice is, yeah, but strange as well. So emergence of energies. I'm seeing the Temperance card and I'm losing my breath as I'm saying that. 3 more obstacles. I'm also getting pain in my left ear. Left being the feminine side. This could be about hearing things or even gossip, which is interesting because I've got the 3 of Cups here and it's in the shadow. And so this could speak of, you know, gossip, particularly within a feminine group or feminine energies. Doesn't have to be, but as in, it doesn't have to be gender related. Could be a bunch of men, you know, gossiping or talking some shit. Okay, let's see guys. Right. So in the current energy, we have Queen of Wands, 3 of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. And they've all shown up in the shadow. So current energy, you know, you may be involved in a group of people or some kind of leadership position. Interesting, because on the Ace of Pentacles card, the first thing that I saw was these 2 fire, well, what do you call these? These are like wands on fire. So I thought fire energy because I was looking at the Queen of Wands going, oh, it's fire energy, but it's not, it's earth. So yeah, it's almost like these 2 types of energies here presenting itself. there may be there may be some situations, or if this is yeah, there may be some gossiping for sure going on, especially with the Queen of Wands here as well. Maybe a bit of, I don't, you know, don't shoot the messenger, but some people around you who may not necessarily support you, maybe somewhat jealous. Like this idea that, you know, they're missing out on something. I will get some clarity on this. We'll get some clarity on this. This could be 3 or more people, three or 4 people. And I just want to say too, in this space, these things are not being said to you to validate any kind of narrative. This is what's presenting itself. So if this is your situation, what needs to be looked at is all aspects of the experience. So not just what you're experiencing, but what the other is experiencing as well. And understanding that perception is huge in resolving any kind of conflict or just maintaining peace of mind. And this is something that I've been harping on about for a little while now, this idea of peace of mind. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even look like? So for example, within this situation, again, this is specifically air signs, could be earth signs as well, could be Aquarius, where where was that going? As I said, this is a very, very bizarre. Almost, it's like there's an echoing. There's an echoing. So there may be some kind of how does that want to be said? The words are not coming to mind. I know what is wanting to be said, but it's not actually being said. So there may be these things that are being said about you might actually not be reaching your ears. It might just be happening without you knowing it. But for some reason, you might have intuition about it because the High Priestess is here. I'm hearing falling on deaf ears as well. As in, perhaps whatever's being said about you, people aren't really taking notice, as in other people aren't taking notice. So it might be a specific group that are just saying these things. Yeah, 3 to 4 people who are saying some things, but no one's taking any fucking notice of it. And there's just there's a sense of calmness as well. So even though this might be going on, there's no reactivity. Even though the Queen of Wands is here in the shadow, and Queen of Wands is a fire sign, there's a potential to be really reactive. That's not what is being sensed in the body. So it's very, very calm. And I'm wondering if it's this connection between the elements in the Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles, as you can see, there's this massive pentacle, right? This one massive pentacle, and then these two little fires here. So it's like this energy of these, there might well be two people, and you're the third or the fourth, who kind of start, like, literally wanting to start fires. But there's this focus on this grounding energy, and this could actually be either focusing on an opportunity, or focusing on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, whatever stability you're trying to bring in. And there's this, yeah, this need to not get distracted by it, because if you do, it will literally slip out of your hands. If you get, I'm getting test vibes. So it's almost like this test. If you complete the test, then you get to walk through these doors. You know, and the test is, are you going to be disrupted and distracted by this whole party situation going on here, where people might be, you know, saying some things about you? And I mean, that's a given, right? Everyone is eventually, I'm hearing that saying, if people talk to you about others and they're not in the room, then there's the likelihood that they will be talking about you when you're not in the room. So there's just that awareness there as well. Okay, let's get some clarity. I did say that. Now I'm just going on to my own sort of... Okay. Clarify Queen of Wands. So there's also just a need to be balanced in your approach to whatever it is that you're trying to create stability with, because we can you can be well, with the Queen of Wands energy in the reverse, that just okay, I'm hearing cutthroat, which is interesting because we've got Queen of Swords here, which is shown up in the shadow. So, which, to clarify the Queen of Wands. So just being mindful with, you know, even though there's this peace and peace of mind, even though the stuff's going on, just being very cautious to not let that that ability to be very blunt and like, this is this energy of, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And then, you know, saying things from that space. There's just a need to be very wary and mindful that, you know, we all have our different experiences. We all have our different perceptions and, like, our own filters of how we see the world. So unless you know what the other person is actually going through, or the other people, like what their filters are, what their context is, there's just a need to be quite, well, I'm hearing the words neutral, but more so just I'm hearing discerning as well with the Queen of Swords here. Very, very contemplative type of energy. I'm wanting to get the bottom card here. We've got King of Cups, which is fascinating to me. So King of Cups, this is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Queen of Swords is air energy, and Queen of Wands is fire. So fire, air. Yeah, and then we've got water. Fire, air, water. So yeah, there's a need to hold space for other people. And the Queen of Cups, interesting. The King of Cups is, you know, an energy of emotional availability, being very in tune with intuition as well. So yeah, there's just a need to really practice whatever things you are doing to bring you to a very calm state of being. Whether that is spending time by the ocean, going sailing for some, you could be doing sound bowls as well, just spending time in nature, meditation, breath work. Yeah, that's just it's just a very calm energy. Tell me about the Three of Cups in reverse. We've got the moon and the sun, opposing energies. And not only that, it's the moon's in reverse, the sun's out there. So Leo, Pisces, 18 and 19. Yeah, I'm again reminded of that Temperance card where you could be working between two different, not working between, it's the wrong way, not the wrong way, but you could be dealing with, if you can see that, these two very dichotomous energies, like very opposing energies. As in, like, on one side, there's this happiness and vitality and the la-di-da, and then next minute, it's like this feeling of drowning in sorrow or grief, or I'm hearing pity. There could be an aspect of victimhood is another thing I'm hearing. And that was to clarify Three of Cups. So, you know, if this is not your experience, like you're dealing with these two extremes, this is happening within this little group at the moment. I'm hearing pain pleasure cycles. So this is a fucking human thing that we do. We go through these pain pleasure cycles. So we'll go through, you know, happiness, or like, okay, let's do the reverse. We'll go through this period of sadness, being bored, being upset, being not appreciating things, just deep in our feels, and then we'll do something like purchase something, or you know, get involved in a relationship, or like think of all the things that we can do to snap quote, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm doing the quote marks, snap ourselves out of that state without processing anything, and then we get this, you know, moment of elation, and then when that's worn out, we go through that whole fucking cycle again. So either this is you dealing with people that same thing, right? You may be dealing with people who are in those extremes, like going from one extreme to the next. Temperance. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, please. Yeah, so you're definitely dealing with different types of personalities here. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and King of Cups. So this might be two females and a male. So to clarify Ace of Pentacles, we have, okay, this is interesting. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. And the reason I say this is interesting is because the Chariot here is advice. Yeah, so there's this need or want for forward movement. There's this want for, like you want to be inspired, but perhaps this, it's like this, the inspiration is there, the forward movement is there, you're getting on with things. And also, I will just say too, with the Chariot, in the Chariot, you have the black and white horse. In the other card, it's the Knights. Is that the Knights? Wow. So you've got Knights in the Chariot, and you've got Knight of Wands here. And look, there's a horse in there. There's a horse in there. And there's a horse and there's horses there. So horses might be significant. And what do horses actually represent? Like loyalty. No, it's not loyalty. It's what's that word? Not privilege. Pedigree. Pedigree, is that the word? I will actually have a look at what horses mean in this book. Again, if you're watching and you know of a good like guidebook with animals in it, please let me know in the comments below. Motivation. Wow, interesting. So horse in this book, which is the Animal Kin Oracle by Sarah Wilder, who's Australian, speaks of the horse being motivation, and it's a fire energy. Knight of Wands is fire energy. Chariot is water energy, Cancer, so you might be dealing with a Cancer. But it says taking action is often the only way we can truly motivate ourselves and others. Let's see. The horse's only natural defense against predators is to run, to move. They help us channel our own drive, passion, and motivation to get moving towards our goals. Horses naturally become more confident, learning and growing through positive experiences. The horse can teach us that in times of uncertainty, we must use our negative experiences to give us that little nudge from behind in order to move forward in the right direction. That when we are no longer feeling fulfilled by our surroundings, it is an indication that we've been standing for too long and it's time to move forward. I'm getting that strongly here with the Knight of Wands. So it's like there's this forward movement that's wanting to happen, and there's a need to stay focused as fuck, because if you're going to, it's like use your discernment, because if you're in this situation and you allow other people's energies to kind of penetrate you in a way, it's going, there's this sense that it will disrupt any opportunities coming in, because I feel like you're in a space of, because I did see that Judgment card before, the space of really leaning into your purpose, leaning into, and I use that word very lightly, you're leaning into your intuition for one, but you're also leaning into how you want to, how does this want to be said? Like you're listening to the call, you're tuning into how life wants to operate through you, how consciousness, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, how it wants to operate through you. And if you're going to allow these other energies to take you off your course, then you will have a situation where opportunities will be very stagnant, they'll be slow moving, they're not going to proceed forward with that fire that you've got here. And even though the Chariot in this card is like full steam ahead, it's still a water sign, yeah, Cancer energy. But you're ready to go, you're ready to move forward, you're ready to be inspired and to be motivated, and yeah, I don't, there isn't a sense here that you're giving into this. There might be some difficulty, especially if it's, you know, pertaining to, say for example, this group of people you're very close to, that will affect you, of course. You know, our connections are very, very important to us. And so if there is like turmoil in friendships and connections, and, you know, if this is a works thing, if this is a work thing, then it is difficult to navigate moving forward and being in the space of, maybe you want to be a leader, maybe you are a natural leader and you're wanting to step forward, and you have these almost like, I'm getting the sense of like being pulled back. I'm hearing the word jock straps, which is a bit interesting. So yeah, there's a sense of like being pulled backwards. So, and then you're moving forward, but it's like these elastic, I'm seeing just this vision of moving forward, being like moving forward, but you're being pulled by these elastic bands backwards. So there's just a need to be very discerning with even conversations that you're having, conversations that you're entertaining. So there's also the High Priestess here and the Two of Pentacles. I'll show you them in the upright. And when I read them as in the shadows. So there's a need to be very discerning. There's this unbalanced sort of energy around you. Unbalanced energy, indecisive perhaps, could be in regards to stability, family. And there's just a need to be very in tune with your own intuition and seeing things for what they are. As in, don't get dragged into the dramas and the circus of others. Let's get some more on this. So yeah, being in that space of calm, being in that mindful space so that you can tune into your intuition, or just being in a, I'm getting receptive, very receptive state, so that you're not necessarily, quote unquote, controlling anything. Life is just unfolding right in front of you because you're focused, you're being in the now, you're being in present moment. Again, with the Temperance that I haven't seen the card yet, but it's giving of that energy. Let's clarify High Priestess and Two of Pentacles. Make sure you stay hydrated. I'm feeling a bit thirsty and I don't have my water with me. So I'm telling you, we've got Three of Cups. So we've just had that, Three of Cups. So, and then we've got all these other things going on here. We've also got Five of Cups, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Wands. So yeah, there's a need to slow down. There's a need to be aware of any releasing any type of thoughts. Perhaps there's been some sort of sadness or grief or betrayal at some point. Yeah, I'm getting this sense of walking away from this I don't know why I'm saying conflict with the 8 of Wands. Which is not a conflict card. It's a card of forward action. So let's get some more. But yeah, just be wary of this group, whoever these people are in your space, who might not have your best interests at heart, but also to not allow yourself to get derailed. Page of Pentacles, stay super grounded. Stay grounded. Slow and steady wins the race is what I'm hearing. And then and the guidance is the Chariot. So keep moving forward. Keep going. Some strategy might be necessary. You know, with the chess game here. And again, just the balancing of those energies. Yeah, I don't know what these two energies are. It's really strange. I mean, not strange to me. It's just interesting that it keeps showing up. We got it before we even pulled the cards. This dichotomy. So yeah, there's like this need to just stay central, stay grounded, stay rooted in your own sense of self. Because at the end of the day, it is all about perspective, and everyone is going to have their own perspective, and that is okay. Only just today I had a conversation with someone, and yeah, I need to start telling stories more, because you know, anyway. And you know, he had a very strong opinion about an American candidate, or you know, someone in, I'll just leave it there. And I didn't see it that way. I had a different opinion, and I said to him, like, well, I understand. I enjoy listening to different perspectives. I don't feel that way, but that's okay. I'll listen to you either way. And I mean, well, it's okay to have a different perspective, to have a different experience to someone else. There is no right and wrong. There is more than one perspective that is true at any given point. So there's no need to get reactive because he doesn't validate my belief, let's call it that, or he doesn't validate my narrative or thoughts or understanding or perspective, and vice versa. You know, like, even though I feel if I had to push and express my perspective, that might not have ended well, and so that was witnessed, and I don't need to express. So I'm telling you the story so that you understand what I'm trying to say here with the cards. It's okay to not agree with someone and still be very grounded and calm. You know, I'm like big time Page of Pentacles vibe, big time King of Cups vibe. It's okay to have opposing ideas and theories to people without getting reactive. So that takes time. It takes time to build that sense of self wants to be said, but I'm trying to think of a practical word so that people can understand it on a practical level, of course. But I think for those that are watching, you kind of get what I'm saying with this. I've just seen 44:33 on the timer. So yeah, let's get a card for the Chariot. So number 7 is strong, which is a number of reflection, and literally just pulled out the Hermit card. It did come out in reverse, so you know, there might be a need to just really ground yourself, and not necessarily escape the situation, because the Hermit can speak of stepping away from situations indefinitely. Like, it's not... The Hermit in reverse can be an energy of basically putting yourself in a cave or in a hole and not dealing with things. And that's not a strategy. That's not a way for things to move forward. So there's a need to be really aware of this. Let's get some different cards here. Let's pull some others. What else? I'm just going to pull some random cards and let you know what they say. I'm going to be using some decks that I haven't used in a while, or don't use very often. Okay, tell us more. So the advice is to keep moving forward, to practice presence, to ground yourself, whatever that looks like, and be fucking Switzerland. You know? Like, listen to, understand everyone's perspectives and still not be reactive with it. I've been in a really calm state of being. So we've got challenges, make a decision, work on inner healing. We've got caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. So this is if you're, if you're dealing with this type of situation and you're getting, let's say you're getting pulled into one direction of thinking, or one group's context or one person's context. Be mindful that there are so many different contexts. Is that even a word? Context. So, you know, find out more. Don't go on the word of others. Find out more information. Speak to the person directly. I don't know where we got this idea in society to not be direct and to not speak our truth, to just lie to people or be deceptive, like, or, you know, using language, using words, speaking, having conversation. I'm using the inverted commas if you're listening to the podcast. Conversations with people, communicating, actually I should say in inverted commas. We've learned how to communicate in a way that is not actually helpful or productive, because we're not properly communicating. We're just projecting onto people. So there's a need to really be open and honest, but in a way that's very, very grounded and from, I'm hearing a sacred space for some reason. Heart space, same, you know. Air sign. So could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could be dealing with those signs. Anything else? Let's get one more from this deck. We'll shift gears. Oh, that's way too much. Oh, I will pull the one that fell on the floor. Mercury retrograde. So we are currently in Mercury retrograde whenever you're listening to this. Not that it matters, because this is timeless. But it says electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. So this is exactly what I was just saying before about finding out more information before making any big decisions, or I'm hearing taking a side. Ideally, do not take a side, because take your own side, you know? Be in your own energy. Okay, let's get some more. This is a mixed deck of different cards. I'll just see. What else do our air signs need to know? Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial for your career and every other area of your life. So, you know, focusing on creativity or creating something. If that might be exactly what you're doing. You're trying to build something, you're trying to create something, and this energy is pulling you out of that focus space. Justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need help. So you might be in the you know, a lawyer or a barrister or judge, or this could be speaking to justice, actual justice, things working out, things that are not in alignment, just falling away. And we've got heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Let's get Okay, so there's two different decks in here. So this one's from the Goddess deck. Rhiannon, Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So this is like, it's so funny. And again, I'm seeing the Temperance because it's a card of alchemy. We are all alchemists. Everything is energy. So we have the ability to change and alchemize situations by being vigilant, by being discerning, and by being in our own energy. I should say being in our most aligned, most empowered energy. There's a difference. Let's get one more. I'm not sure how you say the siege or sig. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Amen. Yeah, so, you know, as I said, there was a bit of fire energy before. Perhaps this is created... I'm hearing distance. I'm wanting to pull this last card. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Again, with the Temperance, because, you know, moderation, balance. What else do we want? I'll pull from this one and then I'll pull from the healing deck, but I might use a different healing deck that I usually use and see what comes up. Poised. I might read that one because I don't think I will do it justice in this context. It's about biding time, just being in the now. from my perspective anyway. 48, where are you? Why are we going to make it difficult by doing word numbers? Like expressing it in words, not numbers. 51. So then the brain has to work a little bit harder. 42. Oh my God. Maybe I should write the numbers in here so I don't have to keep looking. 48. Okay. Essential meanings: being ready, bringing something to light, being in your best confidence. The main messages: you can be as assured that you're ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase in your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So, this is what I was saying before about being in a leadership position. I feel like people are watching. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that. People might be full on being in your energy and you might not even know it. Oh. And what do we have? Peace. Peace. Let's get one more from this deck and then we'll get some healing. Anything else for our air signs? Air/earth. Okay, that's too much. But the card that came out first was deep knowing. So this is by intuition. And I said the number 7 is relevant. 4 and 3 reduces. I'm getting strong earth energy vibes here too. With all these cards. Okay. Yeah, again, there's this deep sense of chillness, this deep sense of calm, which hasn't been present in the last couple of reads. So, yeah, the air signs out there, for the most part, are, you know, pretty chill right now. And this is timeless, but at the time of this reading, Pluto's just gone into Aquarius. So, if you're feeling like me, you're just being very, very present with everything. In a deep state of acceptance and allowing and receptivity. Oh. All right, let's see what messages for our earth. Our air or earth signs. Our air. No air. That might be relevant to some. Was that Chris Brown and Jordan Sparks, I think? No air. Can't actually remember the lyrics or the words. Well, lyrics and words, same thing, right? Open to possibility. The whole world is before you. And I will read that one. If I can find the guidebook. Where is the damn book? Huh. Oh yeah, all my books gone. I really need to tidy up the space, y'all. Not even kidding. I don't know what I've done with my book. Oh, hold on 1 second. Oh, there it is. Why is it down there for? 23, which is, well, when reduced to 5, is a number of change. Okay, so open to possibility. Developing tunnel vision, focus. Developing tunnel vision and investing all your energy into one endeavor can lead to stuckness, rigidity, and limitation. While having strong goals can lead to success, flexibility and willingness to make adjustments is imperative to health, well-being, and discovering your life's purpose. Through failure, difficulties, and pain, your attention can often be moved from obsessions and preoccupations that no longer serve you toward that which doesn't necessarily invite praise or recognition, but offers crucial inner development and fulfillment. You are being guided to embrace the unexpected. Interesting. So basically what it's saying is what was said at the start. Be aware of not getting pulled into things that don't align with you, into conversations and, you know, experiences that are going to take you away from whatever it is, either something that you're working on or peace of mind, if that's what you're trying to attain. If you're really working on yourself and really working on, you know, integrating shadow and that sort of thing, stay the course. That is the main message here, is to stay the damn course. Under that was explore your feminine aspects, flow with life. We said that. You know, just being in a state of receptivity and allowing. And when you're in that state, it's not to say that you're going to avoid conflict. Not at all. I feel conflict is healthy if done correctly, but it's about speaking with integrity, speaking with clarity and authenticity, from spaciousness, from groundedness. So, you know, if things are not, if you don't agree with something, express that, but from a mindful state of mind, if that makes sense. Mindful state of mind, mindful state of being, essentially. All right, my beautiful fellow air signs, thank you so much for being here, for listening to me muse on some stuff. If you resonated with this, please let me know in the comments below, and feel free to share, like, and subscribe as well. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next video. But yeah, let me know if this made sense to you. Let me know what's going on. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.